The upcoming January session of the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe is an important event for Azerbaijan in many ways. National interests have always been a priority for the Azerbaijani delegation to pace. MP Semed Seyidov, who heads Azerbaijan's delegation, has stated, "We've been in the Council of Europe since 2001, and we have been consistently saying that by no means should the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict be removed from the agenda, because most of Europe's problems today is unfortunately something Azerbaijan has already gone through." According to Seyidov, this refers to such challenges as occupation, bloodshed, ethnic cleansing, problems of refugees and IDPs, women's problems, etc. Europe has now encountered the entire host of these problems firsthand, and for a long time we've been warning Europe that if it does not heed attention to the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, it would face the same kind of problems of its own. Seyidov went on to say that currently Europe actually experiences the same problems that Azerbaijan encountered in the aftermath of the Armenian aggression, terror, occupation and the problem of refugees. The head of Azerbaijan's delegation said that even if the agenda of the forthcoming session does not include the Karabakh conflict issue, the Azerbaijani delegation would raise it during the discussion of other topics. For instance, the session agenda includes the issue of refugees in Europe. Currently, Azerbaijan has over 1 million refugees as a result of its conflict with Armenia. The agenda also contains the issue of the violation of human rights. A graphic example of this is the capture of Dilgam Askarov and Shahbaz Guliyev, Azerbaijani civilians who just intended to visit the graves of their relatives on their native soil and were taken hostage by the Armenian side in the occupied Kalbajar region. An illegal entity unlawfully captures people in an occupied territory, illegally arranges so-called legal action, illegally deprives them of freedom, that is, in fact, keeping citizens of their own country as hostages, and where can you see any reaction whatsoever from international organizations? Isn't it a double standard? And that's the reason of today's woes of Europe itself. Seyidov noted that Azerbaijan, the people who were captured by those bandits, are certainly affected by this primarily, but the organizations that fail to respond to such instances, notably European and international entities, are affected by this the most, and regardless of the assurances made, if they do not respond to such developments and due assessment is not provided to the actions of criminals in the occupied territories, the likelihood of such a situation emerging in Europe increases all the more. Seyidov said the double-standard policy currently applied toward Azerbaijan is related to the independent course pursued by the leadership of Azerbaijan, and the attempts of some circles to alter and influence Baku's policies are unacceptable and will have no impact.